Welcome to the garage here in West Virginia, and we are installing a REDARC Tow Pro Elite brake controller. We're going to be using this on the trail here for hammer down, and we're going to be pulling a trailer this year and we need to control the brakes on it. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the parts and pieces that we have. Okay, I've opened the box. We've got the controller, we've got the adjustment module here, and we actually purchased a fitment piece for a blank that we actually have on the Tacoma, so it's going to fit real nice. Some of the connectors and things like that, and then the wiring harness that we're actually going to be plugging up to the truck on the Tacoma. So let's get started. So from what I can tell on this REDARC Tow Pro Elite is the installation is going to be pretty straightforward. REDARC actually makes blank switch replacements for the Tacoma, either on the right side or the left side of the steering wheel. I got the blank switch plate for the left side of the steering wheel because that's the only blank switch that I have here. So I'm going to use this little tiny screwdriver and pry a little bit, pop that thing out of there, and I'm going to leave this to the side. This is actually the brake controller knob. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this brake controller. But first what I want to do is remove some of this plastic so I can get access, to some of the factory wiring, so I can ground it out and see maybe if there's a spot behind there where I can actually install this brake controller. Okay, I've got the Tow Pro Elite controller and the factory harness plugged into one side, and then this is for the switch. I'm going to go ahead and hook everything up so when I'm trying to place this wherever it needs to be, I can ensure that if for some reason I need to unplug it, it makes it pretty straightforward. So I'm going to try to find some spots to put this up here underneath the dash and up on the firewall. So as you can see, there's a nice blank space right here up against the firewall just to the left of the steering column. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, the Tow Pro Elite is mounted in place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish the cabling for the switch up through this blank space right here. I'm going to put the blank on it. I'm going to snap it in. This will plug into the factory harness if you have the towing package, which most Tacomas do. And then I need to find a nice place to ground this thing out, and I think we're going to be done. The cabling for the switch is through. I've got the factory harness, or I'm plugged into the factory harness from the brake controller. And then the last step is this ground. What all I'm going to do here is take a sheet metal screw, long sheet metal screw, and I'm just going to tap in here to the side of this and anchor it down, and we should be ready to go. I think before I do anything, I'm going to plug this in and turn the truck on to make sure I got power and everything's grounded out appropriately. Then I'm going to dress up the cables, and then I'm going to push this guy through and call it a night. Okay, we've got the blank switch plate installed with the knob. I've tested it to see if I've got power. Now we just need to get out on the road and calibrate it. This is the REDARC Tow Pro Elite installed here at Mountain State Overland. Thanks for watching.